Hey, this is Eddie Ift. If you want to help out the show, if you love talking shit with Jim and Eddie, do us a favor. Go to Stitcher. Download the app. That's Stitcher, STITCHER. Download the app. And when you see the promotional code, put in Jim and Eddie. Jim, ANDEDDIE. Put it in there, and you're going to help us out.
Hey, everybody. This is Brian McCarthy. Frozen Gummy Bears was my successful term that's been in the moniker now of the American Lexicon. Thank you, Daniel Webster, and your team of Jews in Brooklyn. I just want to say, donate to the show if you enjoy it. Even $5 helps. I'm not going to beg any more than that. But for $5,000, they will kill Jason Hour. So this is for Talking Shit with Jim and Eddie. Frequent guest, Brian McCarthy. Donate. Thank you.
We're not liable to that, right?
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie.
Hey, this is Eddie Ift. You're listening to Talking Shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie Ift. Jim Jeffries is not here right now. I know a lot of you have just turned off your computers. Yes, a lot of you people from Britain. But we have an amazing episode. Jim is out at the Little People of America convention. That's right. Midgets everywhere. I don't know why they call themselves little people. They should just call them fat-headed people. He is at the dwarf convention.
Dwarf convention.
I don't think you actually even had to say that he wasn't here for a little while.
What do you mean?
We could have probably kept people for a little bit longer than this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
You just like maybe you're waiting for him to speak, and then halfway through they realize he's not here.
And who are you?
Hi, this is Jason Hour.
What's the name of the show today?
I don't know.
You wanted it to be Talking Shit with Jason and Eddie.
Talking shit with, but it's not.
What happened? What did I do?
You got Brian to guest host.
Yes, Jim Jeffries cannot be here today, so we had Brian McCarthy guest hosting, and so I guess it's Talking Shit with Brian and Eddie.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Thank you very much. I'm sitting in Jim's spot, and it's just weird because I can even feel like there's like rivulets, like I'm touching the fabric right now on the couch, and it's like dried leg sweat on the inside of this, and it's like if ass sweat could be nicotine stained, it's nicotine stained ass sweat. I'm sitting in a pool of Australian nicotine stained ass sweat.
Yes, this couch used to be fabric. It's now kind of leathered.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like it's all. It looks like when it ripped, you try to spackle it with cum. You know, like every rip is spackled with cum.
I feel badly when when somebody comes over and they're like, "Oh, can I just stay on your couch?" I'm like, you'd be better on the floor.
Yeah.
You might want to sleep in the dumpster outside.
Yeah,
it's probably cleaner.
Right, when your mom visits, you have like a hobo piss on the floor, and you make your mom sit in hobo piss. You're like, Mom, actually, the couch, you'd be better off in HIV positive homo piss, or no hobo.
Oh man! Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, let's kick it off, right?
Another letter I've got to write.
This couch could test positive for HIV, hepatitis, herpes.
This couch was a Tom Hanks stand-in in Philadelphia.
The couch will be aware someday.
Yeah. This couch doesn't have pillows. It has Carpacci sarcoma.
This couch is dirtier than Courtney Love's fucking vaginal walls.
Oh, well, let's
vaginal
walls, right?
Vaginal walls. I like calling them vaginal. I came up with a name for our. Well, I didn't. One of our listeners did. One of a guy twittered me and said, called me a talking shithead. And I thought that's a good name.
Well, remember when Eddie Pepitone was on?
Yeah.
He's like, talk shitters.
Oh, yeah.
How is it going, everybody? Talk shitters?
I think we should call our listeners the talking shitheads.
How about the shitketeers?
No.
All right. Whatever.
How about we let them come up with the best one?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. You had a sponsorship. You had Adam and Eve as a sponsorship.
Yes. Do we have to get into this?
And they, Adam and Eve, which makes butt plugs and a
Cock rings.
I don't know, something, ball scrapers.
Gags, paddles.
Right. What's the things that I like? Anal beads. They make anal beads and different gauges.
Nipple clamps.
Oh, yeah, nipple ripper-offers. And
dick pumps.
Yeah, urethra ticklers.
But like urethra scrapers.
Yes, right. Testicle flayers.
Cock fingering gloves.
Yeah, right. Clit reduction cream, which, by the way, does not work. Talk about ruining a Mother's Day. But
labia stretchers.
Yeah, right. Of course, anal bleaching, but that's
the home kit.
But but here's the thing. So they said that your show they dropped you guys as a sponsor because your show was too dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Would you rape a young boy or something? Want to hear this, right?
We talk about it.
Wow.
A lot of this is just talk. We don't really do it. There has never been a young boy in this house.
No.
Just everybody's inner child.
A very young 19-year-old Filipino boy, though.
How high are you today?
Pretty high, a little bit. Yeah,
Jason's very stressed because it's uncomfortable. You know, like say you take like an autistic child.
Yeah, sure.
And
fuck 'em.
they're used to you know how you can't move anything out of order. They've got to have all like.
Oh, yeah.
Jim is not here, so it's making them very uncomfortable.
Yeah, a little. It's a little weird.
It is
shaking his leg.
You don't look as high as. You don't look very relaxed. But
Let's see your arm.
Oh,
what happened?
hematoma.
What's a hematoma? Oh my God!
A couple episodes ago,
What is that?
Jason was getting punished for eating the ground fucking the beef out of the freezer. All my steaks.
$29 a steak.
It's gone up $1 since last time. though.
$30 a steak.
Now you can't keep going up.
Oh.
because
Why do you have a giant red lump on the
well,
side?
if you go onto
sack of
YouTube,
blood.
on our YouTube page,
that again.
if you go onto our YouTube page, you can watch. We have
Lilik's
videos.
pushing on it and Brian's gagging.
Is it full of stuff?
talking
You fucked trannies, and that disgusts you.
A post-operative transsexual once. Jesus, that thing like is it has a heartbeat or something? I mean, can you cut it? Will stuff come out?
Yeah, there's blood in there.
Can we,
I think there's something else in there too.
can we cut it on the air and like squeeze it?
Didn't you
then
tell
I'll
me?
get an infection.
Didn't you tell me you were only born with one testicle or something? Maybe that's where the other one is.
No, I've got. Well, then I have 3 now.
It's like Guado from Total Recall.
So what happened was Jason,
think
we
it's
were going to
Quaalude.
tell him he had to do a stunt, but before we even told him what stunt to do, he jumped out of that seat right there and leaped across the floor and landed on the hardwood floor, which you can see on our YouTube page, and then got up and went, ow, and his arm just inflated.
So you landed your arm landed on the hardwood floor. And
Well,
so-
no, actually, what happened was if I hit the hardwood floor, it wouldn't have happened like that. But I caught the edge of the carpet, and that just stopped me.
a hematoma
from
is an
moving.
internal blister, blood
So there was
blood
no
bruise.
So the dynamics of my landing were subverted by the carpet.
Can you treat that? Can you wrap it with gauze?
No,
or
I went to the
cold?
doctor. It's all good, man. It's just,
Wait. He
Doctor,
went to the doctor.
clinic.
Here's Lalit, of course, took him to the doctor. And here's what I get. I get a text from Lalit. I'm taking Jason to urgent care. His arm is infected. He wants to eat a brownie before we go.
I was like, I couldn't get an appointment till 6:30, right?
Right.
And it was
got-
4.
yeah.
So I had like 2.5 hours. I was like, I'm going to go to the store and get a brownie.
And then I realized the two of them are one and the same. She wrote, "I'll be filming." Like the two
How
of them.
did you? But do you have insurance?
No.
How did you pay for?
Does he have insurance?
This is
Great question.
Why would you ask that question?
Wait.
That's like
Alex, this is exactly how I paid for it, and this is fucking a
like
miracle.
people do in the
This is a
third
miracle.
world. They suck a cock
No. This is no. I was at the coffee shop. Okay.
and took donations.
No, I didn't ask for donations, but my friend Peter came up to me and said, "Dude, that looks really fucked up. He's like, do you have money for a cab?" And I was like, "No, I don't really have money for anything." Because
You don't even have like $8.
Because I'm Jason Hour.
so he handed me some cash, and then he's like, because he was adamant about me going to the doctor because he was freaked out that I
Right.
was infected and that
It
I
was
was
big.
gonna
Was it bigger?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's like afraid I was going to lose my arm, etc.
Ugh.
And then this other guy comes down the street, Tony, and he's like, "Man, you got to get that." He's like, "Do you have health insurance?" And he starts like interviewing.
Right.
And he handed me the cash that was in his pocket, and he made me take it. We go to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We run into some guy. We do a little spot with this drunk guy in the waiting
I
room.
remember
We
his
go
name.
in there, go through the procedure.
Right.
I get to the counter to pay.
Uh-huh.
It's exactly the amount of money those two guys
How much
gave
was
me.
it?
Like
$140.
like divine intervention.
Exact amount of money needed.
It's
Amazing.
Lifetime
Jason.
presents the
Like-
saddest miracle.
These, yeah,
And you know what Jason has learned from this now?
And that's why I'm sitting over here.
You know what Jason has learned from this? What's
that?
All he has to do is fall on the ground to get money for drugs.
Can I ask you a serious question, if you don't mind me? No. Like,
This is
how
gonna
are
get
you
good.
able? You're older than me, right? You're like 40, right?
no.
Isn't he?
We're the exact same age. I'm older than you by a week or so.
I'm 38.
I'm 39.
Okay, whatever. So we're the same age. It doesn't matter. But how are you not anxious, like not having any money at all? Aren't you worried about in 10, 15 years when these looks of yours
Look,
go?
what
Like,
happens?
And I'm not trying to be funny, but I mean, do you plan on living your entire life just up to Providence? I mean, aren't you concerned about the future in any capacity? Or is that why you smoke so much weed and eat so much weed to counter the anxiety that you feel?
Lolita's shaking her head. Yeah.
Okay. So you're high all the time because you're broke, and if you weren't high all the time, you'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm broke.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right. If I were you, I would wake up every morning feeling like I'm falling down a flight of stairs. I'd be like, holy fuck, I have no money. What am I doing? But
Maybe
it
I
doesn't-
like that feeling.
Maybe you
thought
must. And listen, the universe looks out for you. I mean, you got your $140.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, listen, keep it up.
I've never,
Never what?
something always happens.
Yeah.
As you're sitting there,
Like I just,
There's always Eddie and Jim to borrow money from.
you lend him money.
no.
Yes.
When?
Many times.
Oh, come on.
Is it technically borrowing if you know you're never going to get it back?
Yes.
That's just
Put
giving.
it this way, you give him something.
You're the universe.
You give him something to go get something. No matter how much you give him, you're not getting change.
Okay. You're like, hey, could you go get me a Poland Spring? He's like, yeah, do you have $1,000? I need $1,000. That's all I had. It's a really nice Poland Spring. Very cold.
If you gave him $100 bill and asked him to go buy you a penny candy,
But like you make
No,
but like
come
you
on.
make but you make pretty good
That's
money for a comic
ridiculous.
especially. And like, but don't you have anxiety about money? Like
fuck
finances?
yeah, constantly.
Yeah.
and then I feel better by thinking about him.
Yeah, no kidding. Maybe you are. You're like you are on this planet to make us all feel good about each other.
Yeah, you serve a purpose.
It's weird. And when we pay back the universe by giving you money and food
Holy
and drugs.
shit, Jason! It just came to me.
That's your purpose.
what you do in this world. That it's like the alchemist. Your purpose in life was to just be there for us.
Yeah.
You're the puddle.
In a way.
No, you are the puddle we all haven't stepped in.
Everyone who listens to this show can wake up and have a smile on their face, knowing that you are you.
Wow.
This is fucking amazing. You know what I thought for like the longest time, I thought it'd be better if you were dead. And I was
Thanks,
like, you know what? It'd just be easier for everyone. And now I realize,
And it's also
you need to keep on keeping on.
That's right. Give people hope.
Yes,
And also-
you can do it.
as long as you can.
Anybody
do it.
can do it.
Here's the thing, and he's relatively benign. Think about the malevolence that could happen if he was dead. Like, what would step? Because something's gonna have to be there that isn't him. There's a Hitler Jason out there.
No, like there's a step
in charge
up.
of a little strip of coffee shop in some other
Yeah.
country.
If Jason didn't exist, who would we look to feel better?
Well, there'd always be something. There's always a puddle you don't want to step into.
Nature doesn't like vacuums. So
Yeah.
if there's a vacuum, if Jason got out of
who
it,
would
someone
fill?
would have to
Who
replace
would
him.
fill the Jason Hour vacuum?
If he died,
We've done it a million times on the show where we've asked people to email to be his replacement and stuff. No one's really ever done it.
no one wants it.
Yeah. No.
that's to the man or born. You know what I mean? You're born into that. There's no learning that. Because if I was in your shoes, I would be on heroin in 10 minutes. Like I would have.
He's close.
Nah.
You ever
Yeah,
tried heroin?
yeah.
Have you ever tried heroin?
No.
But you like
You must be
Percocets.
tempted.
No.
You like Percocets.
You like perks?
I took one.
Yeah, that's the gateway drug.
Is it?
Heroin's a lot cheaper.
That's the gateway drug.
Feels so good.
I took one because of hematoma.
Yeah.
What?
Hematoma.
Oh, pop brownies and Percocets to cure your blood bruise.
Wash it down with some vodka.
If you start
Yeah.
doing heroin, I'm not giving you tequila anymore.
It's like a
I would-
19th
I would
century.
never do. I've seen people on heroin. That's not interesting.
I saw this guy once in front of Penn Station in New York, and he was on such a, they call it a nod, Eddie. It's a heavy nod. And it's amazing. They'll get so fucked up and they'll go over, but they'll never fall.
Yeah.
But they'll be so far over, and their nose, it's like a yoga master for 50 years.
No, they're like those air dancers outside like a
they just
used car
stop.
sales.
Does
They
their
hang
inner
there.
ear still work or something?
I don't know what it is, but they just hang there and they nod. And they have a cigarette and they nod. It's amazing. We see the same guy in front of Penn Station all the time. I've never tried heroin. I've done a lot of ecstasy that has heroin in it. Because generally
Well,
speaking,
then you've tried heroin.
Well, no. Generally speaking, here's how the deal with ecstasy. With ecstasy, the whiter it is, generally, listen, we're talking about shit that comes out of Israeli kids' assholes, from Amsterdam. But like the whiter it is, the more MDMA or the speedier it is.
Right.
But the more yellow or brown it is, it'll have heroin in it. Because I used to buy this. We used to get these E's called Brown Doves, and I would take it and I would go to like a nightclub and just puke in the corner all night. So I guess I was on it. I guess I have done a lot of heroin.
I like how the show can sometimes be educational. Did everybody catch that?
Right.
But when you're getting your ecstasy,
Make sure you get the whiter.
the
ecstasy.
whiter. We just got.
White is always
the,
better.
Don't get the yellow or brown one unless you have a touch of food poisoning and you want to puke up or shit out everything.
Can I tell the Janine Garofalo story?
No, you've already told that.
I didn't tell it on the air.
Yes,
I
you
told it
did.
at dinner.
No, you told it.
No, I
here.
told it. Whatever. I didn't, but you're wrong. But I did.
No, I want to tell a story about a guy. Have you ever done GHB?
Yes, I did it, and I drank at the same time. Apparently, it can kill you.
Yeah.
This gay guy comes up to me and goes, like, you on GHB? I was at a gay bar. He goes, like, you on GHB? I said, yeah. And he goes, like, don't drink alcohol. You're going to fucking die. Well, all right. So thank you.
My friend did GHB and we couldn't find him in the bar. We were like, where'd he go? And he was underneath the car outside because he shit himself.
Oh God. What is GHB?
Okay, bodybuilders take it, and it increases,
You don't have to worry about that.
It increases your ability to, I don't know, like a tolerance for pain.
Yeah,
It's
you don't
Oh, I don't need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you don't need that.
right, and it does create a sense of euphoria. Have you ever done Special K, which is
No, I've never-
ketamine?
I've never done that
You don't
either.
do a lot of drugs. You're not
No,
a big
I'm
drug
afraid
guy.
of drugs. You know what happens when I do drugs? I
Yeah.
fucking freak out.
Yeah, you smoked like a little bit of hash in New Zealand and thought that you were in the Lord of the Rings. Why are we in Mordor?
I was fucking Teen Wolf on top of the van trying to serve. No, I was because we were going down a hill,
Right.
and for some reason I started fixating on the brakes, going, the brakes are going to go out. What if the brakes go out? What am I going to do? The van's going to crash. I'm not in control. It's all control issues.
Sure.
So I started thinking maybe I should climb on the roof right now, and I should get on the roof of the van so that when we crash, I can like fling off.
Yeah.
That's the thought. That's not normal marijuana. It doesn't do that to you.
I think if you don't smoke a lot, like if I took one hit of the weed that Jason smokes, I'd be so paranoid and fucked up for the next 2 days. If you smoke a lot of weed, you can manage it. But guys like you and I who don't smoke a lot of weed,
Yeah.
because I've always been a cocaine guy. I mean, not recently, but like that was always my thing. I like to do.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, right. Sorry, I'm not talking. I mean, not for years, but not that I don't have like 8 numbers, but no, I just I used to love blow because I'm a guy that's very hyper and I talk a lot and I have a lot of energy. And when I
Why would blow?
well, because I can tell you right now, cocaine is like Ritalin. If you take cocaine, it makes for me it would like stop the voices in my head, and it would just-
maybe I should get on that.
Oh, you would
shit.
love blow. Oh, Eddie, be great.
I said
Let-
we discussed this.
Let's end the
What is
show
Eddie's
right
drug?
now.
Remember we talked about that? We're like going down all the things, and
Do
we
you
just
know somebody?
Gee, where in Venice are we going to find cocaine?
Bend over.
Right.
Yeah, but you're the weirdest fat man I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Skinny legs, skinny arms.
Skinny legs, skinny arms. You're like Humpty Dumpty.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought. Especially when he was sitting back in Jim's ass groove and he was all like hunched in there and like almost
I
sucked
know.
in.
I look like a 19th century boxer, you know? Like, I'd fight you for a prime rib sandwich, I will, to tire to thee. Right, I'm a pugilist for Tammany Hall.
You're kind of like Mr. Potato Head or
I am.
something. It's
No,
like-
I've got a huge, and also because I have a little kid, my 1.5-year-old, and women when they have babies, they have hips, especially Lalit. Could sat at least 7 children with Down syndrome on her hips. But
She could also tie them into her giant muff.
no, before she got, I was talking to Shetty, and I was like, Lalit's hot. She's like a downy Chewbacca, you know.
we said that her vagina looks like Chewbacca's strangling cousin It.
She has to get waxed by Boba Fett.
Do you remember the boil that was on my ass?
Do you lance it?
Yeah, no, it didn't lance. It got completely absorbed. It just went back.
It just
in.
went back into you?
Is that why
That's
you're so
not going to
angry
happen.
lately? You
No.
absorbed your
If
twin.
it was here's the thing. If it was a cyst, then you could lance it. Or if it was a giant last week, I had my back sugared. I sometimes get my back waxed.
I think I'm going to throw up.
Oh yeah.
sugared, what does that mean?
I'll tell you right now. There's a there is a website that I.
He gets sugar put on it and Machete snorts it off.
It's true. Yeah. Right.
and the hair follicles.
He bites. He flosses his teeth with my shoulder hairs and everything like that.
He's like a Floby for your
and
back.
fucks me in the ass. He does it and bites my neck fat. And, right, exactly. Right. Then he pisses in me when he's done coming. His still hard cock is pissing in my asshole. He burns out the AIDS.
You
that
know when
way.
I was a little kid and I didn't know how babies came about? Like I thought that somebody told me that a man puts his penis in a woman's asshole and then pees in there and that's where the baby comes from.
It's not that different if you think about it. You weren't really that far off if you think about it. I mean, pissing an asshole, coming in a vagina.
Your
It's
dad is so mean.
It's all liquid
It's
in
all
holes.
liquid in a hole. Yeah.
It's all liquid in holes.
Why'd you say my dad is so mean?
Was that the sex talk?
What did you? No, my dad never. Imagine.
Sitting down on a 7-year-old Eddie. On his
That's what he told you.
On his first set of caps.
All right, son. Go see that girl over there. Fuck her in the ass as hard as you can, and then just piss all over her.
You know how your mom and I made you, Eddie? Went out and had a couple of Brandy Alexanders, drank a quart of milk, laid her down, spit on her asshole, and rammed her shit pipe until I pissed in her ass. 9 months later, out you swarmed.
You urine soaked.
You urine soaked. Pit yins. Yins is urine soaked.
Nobody knows what that is.
It's a Pittsburgh thing where they say, instead of saying you people, they go yins.
Yeah,
right?
I'm from Pittsburgh, and they have a really weird accent where they go, "Yins guys going downtown." It's roll nice down there. That's how they talk. They have this accent that nobody even knows about. And it's fucking like if you, I have it a little bit, but they would say like, "Hey, Yins guys going down the Stiller game. Stillers are looking real good this year. Yin's got to go down there. We're going to have a tailgate. We're going to have like 12 kegs of iron. We're going to pump an iron, and then we're going to eat some kielbasi."
It's like
It's
Amish
kind of like
Southern.
It's like
it's like
Philadelphia
Celtic.
a little bit, or
No.
it is because Philadelphia's like 80 or
I figured it out. It's a combination of Chicago and West Virginia Southern, like lazy Southern.
because of the steel market. It brought all those people from.
Yeah, that's why, Jason.
Steel
It's the
market.
automotive industry, and then all the labor from the mountains.
the open air steel market where a fella can go buy a couple of pounds of ore on a Saturday afternoon.
It's,
Wait,
it's because of.
I want him
it's-
to explain.
It's
this.
because of industry. Industry created that accent.
Well, I know what he's saying. He's saying that. Let's talk. It's stupid. Yeah, it's basically. It's like it's not really even worth discussing. Like honestly,
It is fun when he tries to explain it, though. Go ahead.
All right, let me talk to you about sugaring. It's an interesting thing.
Yeah, sugaring.
Okay, so
We're going to get back to this. Don't think you're getting out.
so about 4 or 5 times a year, I get my back waxed because I'm not like horribly hairy.
Hold on. I just came.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's so gross, and it's so funny because you think like I am weirdly built, and I don't have a good body, so why even wax it? You know what I mean? It's like getting an '88 Hyundai Elantra detailed. You know, like what's the fucking point? But I mean, like, yeah, my wife's like, "Oh, I'm gonna suck his cock. His back doesn't have any hair on it for 3 minutes."
Your wife has given up.
No, I haven't gotten a blowjob in years at this point, but that's all right. We'll get back in the saddle.
Okay, so
anyway, so I think my
sugaring.
40s are my blowjob years. I'm looking forward to it. Either giving or receiving, I don't care at this point. Put a dick in my mouth or put my. Anyway, to wit. So I get my back waxed, and I went on this website where it's like a coupon website called gilt.com and gilt.com. Anybody? So I went on there, and they usually have specials for like a fashion, travel, and things. And they said
because when I think fashion and travel, I think Brian McCarthy.
yeah, right. Well, my monocle will be shiny enough to get taken the sites at Port-au-Prince, Negroes. So we get to I get this gilt.com thing, and it comes up and it goes Brentwood body sugaring, and it's basically a $200 thing, but you can do it today if you buy the coupon for $75. And I've never bought anything on Gilt, but if you refer 3 people, you get a $25 credit. So I had
Stop plugging them.
Relax. I had a $75. They're going to donate. I had a $75 Gilt credit. Okay, so I said, "Fuck it. I'll use the credit and I'll get my back sugared." So I make the appointment. I go down to Brentwood, and this was last Wednesday, and it's a really nice, very feminine spa. I go in there, and this like 8-month like pregnant Chinese American girl comes out, and she's like, "Oh, is this your first time getting sugared?" Because I said, "Yeah," because waxing is painful, especially like I've got a big patch of hair right above my asshole. And I get that waxed, and then on my neck, I get that waxed. But when they wax you, they pull up in the opposite direction of the hair. But she explained to me that sugaring, it's like a big ball of like, looks like taffy, and it's only a couple degrees warmer than your body temperature. So it's like 98 degrees. She goes, "I put this on you gently, and then I pull it in the same direction as the hair. So it's actually a lot less painful." So I did it, but it's very intimate. Like I'm in my underwear, I'm laying on the table, the lights are low. I could feel her pregnant belly pressing on my love handles as she's rolling this sugar on my back to get the hairs off, you know? And as she's doing this, she looks at my back and she runs her finger over my back and she goes, "Ooh," she goes, you have an ingrown hair." And I said, "I do." And it got like kind of weirdly sexual in the room because I just asked her if her husband was a 9-monther. Do you know what a 9-monther is? No. That's when you fuck your wife when she's in a 9-monther pregnancy. It's called a 9-monther, and I'm a proud
Like
member.
there's a fetish.
I'm a 9.3er. I went 9 months and 3 weeks. Absolutely,
You really did?
I really did.
Your wife was. It took her like she was
Took it-
late.
Well, whatever it was, I was the week. I had sex, and the week later we had the baby. They say to do it because it helps with the baby to come out. it helps to like open up the hole or whatever. Yeah, whatever kind of mess is going on down there. You know?
It also can cause brain damage. Ask the hours.
Your dad's in the 14-month club. He's like, keep that little fucker in there.
Jason's earliest memories are his dad's cock hitting him in his head.
Right? Getting skull fucked by daddy.
Oh, that wasn't his dad. That was Grandpa's bat.
Are you saying Jason's mother got fisted by her father with a baseball bat?
It's not a baseball bat. It's a mini bat that he used to beat people at the bar.
All right. So let me get back to my ingrown hair. So basically, she looks at me and she goes, "Do you have ingrown hair?" And she goes, "Do you want me to take care of that?" Like as if like you're getting a massage and she obviously like jerk you off. And I was like, yeah. What are you gonna do? She's like, "I'm just gonna squeeze it and see what happens." And I was like, okay. So she like goes and puts on new gloves, like gets all of a sudden we're done sugaring. The sugaring is now done for a minute. She puts on new gloves. She comes back and she squeezes it. I hear her go, ooh. And I go, why are you going, ooh? Show me why you went, ooh. So she runs her finger around and she kind of like trails her thumb along like my sugared back. And she shows me and it's like all this like maybe a quarter tablespoon of just pus and a long black hair.
I seriously
and she goes,
dry.
Yeah. And she goes, "There's so much back there." And now we're both into it. I go, "Can you squeeze it more?" More comes out. She goes, "There's no more. You squeezed it all. It's all gone now."
You had some stranger who's not even like a
It was so
dermatologist.
intimate. It was the most intimate thing that I've done since I used to go to whorehouses in Midtown Manhattan when I was in my early 20s.
Yeah, but I'm obsessed. I can watch those YouTube videos of people with like a sebaceous cyst. When they lance it and then they go in with like a hook and just pull out like a golf ball.
disgusting.
Well, I like the amateur ones. There's one that if you Google biggest pimple in the world, there's one that shows up. Yeah, and there's like
It's a bunch of like tattoo freak people.
yeah, it's like packed. Yeah, and there's like packets of like Newports, and it's at a kitchen table. And the girl doesn't have any gloves on, and the guy's got like scabs on his head.
And they pop a zit that looks like a fucking snake is coming out of the Amazon River.
It doesn't end. It doesn't.
It
It doesn't
keeps
end.
going and going.
And then like you'll think it'll end, and then they'll squeeze it on the side of it, and a big clump will shoot out, and that clump will start a new trail. I know. Here I am, like, hey, try whacking onto that in an airport bathroom in the handicap stall.
Done it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I really, it is sexual though. Like the release of the cyst. You know,
No, it's not. Not at all.
Yeah,
Not
I
at
guarantee that for me it's not, but I guarantee there are people out there that have.
He's like an onion.
No.
Every time there's a new layer of
yes.
depravity that we find, he comes on the show.
Jason, if you had a fetish, what would your fetish be? If you had to have a fetish, what would it be?
Snuggling. I mean,
Ah,
let's go. I don't know. A fetish. Jesus.
Come on, a fetish. Would you like to fuck people dress up like Furbies
No,
or
no.
whatever?
You know, I like to be beat a little. I like
little.
pain.
Wait.
I do
Really?
like pain. I like,
What if your safe word was more, please?
Would you feel safe enough letting Lily handcuff you if she said, Jason, I'm going to have sex with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You'd let her?
sure.
Why are you nodding your head at him, smiling?
You have to get her.
Because you're gonna handcuff me, and then you guys are gonna leave me in
And
the
then we're gonna
desert
leave. Oh, yeah,
and
just
test if shit really does work out for me.
Leave you in
Yeah.
the
There you go. Let's see the universe treats you now, you fat weirdo.
leave you in the desert. Are you kidding? We're gonna fucking put you on a skateboard and push you down the Venice boardwalk.
No, don't do that. He'll run into one of his retard coffee shop
Lily-
friends. Will give him $80 or something.
Well, why would you ruin that? That was a perfect thing we could have done. He would have completely let you.
We
in.
can still do it.
No, we can't.
Yeah. Jason.
As dumb as I think Jason is, sometimes I don't think he'd fall for that.
Yeah, give me an hour. I'll get him to do it.
She
Power.
probably could. She probably could get you naked in handcuffs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're an onion yourself, Jason.
I remember when I used to do a lot of cocaine. I was at some guy's apartment, some random apartment, somewhere in the city, and it was and I was hanging out with these people, and sometimes you're in a bar at 4 a.m. and you have blow, and you just end up at someone's apartment, drinking warm.
I don't
vodka
even
and
do
orange
blow,
juice.
and that happens
Yeah,
to me.
exactly. So I'm with this English girl, I'm like doing coke, and then I went into the bathroom and I was pissing, and she knocks on the door, and I go hello, and she goes, let me in. And I said, oh, because I'm a horny and when I do coke, I get weird and horny. And so I open the door to the bathroom and I'm just pissing. She's like, when I get on do blow, I love to suck cock. She goes, I suck your cock. And I was like, well, let me, and she just grabbed my dick as I was like pissing, like I was done, but like squeezed out a couple piss drops and just started blowing me like in some stranger's bathroom. And like, it was the most erotic thing that's happened to me probably since then.
That's
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's great. But it's great, like a random complete stranger that like we're both just on drugs, She just comes up to me and she's like, I want to suck your cock.
Wait, the zit,
What's that?
the ingrown hair was.
No. That was another story. No, this is like when
Jason,
I was like 24.
come back to, come on, fast forward.
Right.
We're here. We're all
just
here.
think
Wait, what happened? I missed like this
No,
whole
no.
segue.
All right, I'll
like,
just-
You know
Just
why?
quickly,
Because you
what-
were still thinking about getting naked and having Lily.
Yeah, baby.
But it's just great with drugs, you know what I mean? It's like such a great equalizer, you know, like with gay guys, they do crystal meth and they just fuck for like
Oh,
6
God.
days. And I watched this. You want to see a great documentary, everybody? It's called Rock Hard. And it's basically, and it's a documentary
Brilliant.
about gay guys
love it
that
already.
love crystal meth. And it's like, I watched the documentary and they basically follow one guy for like 4 days at one of these circuit parties where they go and they're all shirtless and stuff. And the guy's like, he starts off and he's like shaving his chest and he's doing little bumps of crystal meth in his little apartment. He's like, I'm going to go out tonight and just fucking tear it up. And they show him the next day and he's like stubbly. Now he's got like stubble in his chest and he's got his eyes are like kind of darting around and he's like, I'm having such a great time and all my friends are here. The third day he's like crying and he's like, I just gotta go get more cock. And then like, the fourth day he's like cutting his arms. It's just like you just watch this time lapse of this. But the sixth day though, he kind of comes full circle.
And goes to church.
Yeah,
He goes back to his wife.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, AZT.
And comes back to do talking shit with Jim and Eddie.
PK.
Right.
Wouldn't you?
PK,
PK
walked
is here.
in.
PK is here. Wait till you see what you have to edit, PK. Yeah, have you seen the make? Lilith and Meredith made out on the last episode.
Who's married?
Well, there's 2 episodes
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, last episode.
He brought the.
Sorry.
Oh, 2 episodes. You're right. You're right.
I'm sorry, who's
about
Meredith?
a week ago? Meredith and Lilith made out. Lilith was totally the aggressor.
Is this Meredith Baxter Bernie?
No, purple hair. Purple hair. Purple hair. Sorry.
Is she cute?
Yes, she's
Yeah.
very cute.
You know, you met
You've met Meredith before.
coffee
She's been on the show.
Yeah.
Back in.
I haven't met her at the coffee shop.
Okay.
I don't know.
Regardless.
Okay.
Lilith attacked her and just.
Did you were drunk?
No.
I was sober. And
Oh, we haven't
she was
even.
sitting
Whoa! We haven't talked about what happened after that night.
Nothing happened after that night.
Oh, really, Jason? Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, we all went out,
Yeah. Then what?
and then we all went home.
No.
What do you do when you buy
That's
drinks?
the truth.
Okay, I'm going to tell this story then because here's what happened. We decided, Jim says to me, hey, Eddie, we have to Andy Dick this thing. And I said, what? He goes, Lilith's drunk, Meredith's drunk, they're going to fuck each other. Let's go get them more drunk. So we all go.
Hold on. Is Andy Dicked now like an adjective for getting fucked up?
Oh, no, Andy Dick is when we leave the show and take the show to a bar afterwards.
Okay.
We could do it after this one, and then you can't make it to your
Yeah, I'm
filming.
done. Yeah.
Okay. But what we do is we leave, and everybody from the show goes to a bar, and we get fucked up and see what trouble we can get in. Last time, PK, our film editor guy, got fucked by Andy Dick. But no, he didn't. Andy Dick just PK
Talk about it.
PK texted me the next day going, I had to take a crying game shower after that.
It's a big pile of ginger gayness right there, isn't it? Holy shit.
Anyways, we go to the bar, and Lilith and Meredith are shit-faced, and they're still kissing and cuddling. And Jim goes, in front of Jason, I think I could get a threesome from the two of them.
You could.
And he's just doing it to taunt Jason.
Are you taunted by that, Jay?
No.
That you don't have the social skills to initiate a threesome?
You know, it's like trying to get a horse up a hill that's dead. You know,
Oh, what?
What? What do you mean by that?
this whole thing where like Jim taunting me and whatever.
So you're not
Whoa,
taunted
whoa,
anymore.
whoa. If that's not true. So then Jim says to Jason, hey, are you going to care if I have a threesome with these two? And Jason goes, no, you can go ahead if they want it. What's your fucking biblical thing you say?
No, I said
No, you always
To
use a
each their
biblical.
own path.
Yeah.
Well, that's Ip Man, really.
That's
Yeah,
Buddhism.
choose-
That's Buddhism.
Each
That's what that
chooses
is.
his own path.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Buddhist.
either quotes the Bible or a martial arts film.
Am I getting my parking validated, by the way? Is that a good time to bring that up? $15. I'm just putting it out there right now.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's worth it.
Yeah.
you're gonna get 4 hits on Facebook. So anyway, so Jim goes, he goes, do you care? And Jason goes, no, go ahead. If to each their own path or whatever. And so Jason works for this company that he does hair coloring. He's the director of marketing for a hair coloring company. And
Gonna wash that gray right out.
no, it's not. You got to wash that purple right out of my hair. So anyways, so Jason goes, okay, and Jim goes,
Is this girl Meredith a colleague of yours?
No, she's been on the show a few times.
And
with
she's a
friend.
fellow-
She's just a
fellow-
friend of the
But
show.
did you color her hair? Is that
Fellow
the-
barista.
Oh yeah, I got her a treatment.
Okay.
You
All right.
know.
Sorry. Go ahead.
and he's a fellow barista.
Yeah, we were in the Barista Guild together.
I never feel more successful when I leave this show. Just the mist of sadness.
So Jim says to Jason, I will give you Lalit, and I won't fuck them for 1% of you. Was it 1%? No, 2% of your 10% that he gets to the company. And Jason said no. And I said, hold on, let me broker this deal. I said, I want 1%. Jimmy, you're going to get 1%.
I don't get 10% of the company though.
You get 10. You said 10% of what you whatever. You said I get 10%.
Okay. Jim's trying to broker a piece
Whatever.
Of,
So I said,
company?
I said to Jason, I said, you're not going to give up your imaginary 2% of an imaginary 10% to fuck. And he goes, no. He goes, you can have them. So
magic beans will make a mighty tree.
so then
God.
So then I say to Jason,
Yeah.
listen. All you got to do is appeal to Jim's ego. Take him outside and say, listen, Jim, you're a superstar. You're on TV. You've got an HBO special. Just give me one. Throw me a bone.
Wow.
He's so mean. I was so fucked up. I actually did that.
Jim comes in and goes, Jason just pulled me outside and said...
It's just mean coaching. Eddie's like the life coach for
But
Satan.
you fall for it every time.
Yeah. So then...
Honestly, I'm pretty vague about from here after, like...
You blacked out?
Okay,
Well, no, because
let-
we were drinking vodka here on the show. I had like 6 or 7 beers.
All right.
and several shots
Shut
of
up.
booze.
Shut up.
So, I mean, you know,
shut up.
what can I say?
Shut up. So you can't finish it. You don't know what happened.
Well, in Japanese culture,
Okay. What in Japanese culture? What?
they forgive drunkenness. They like if you're drunk, your behavior.
That's because they're allergic to alcohol.
Yeah, so like the next
Exactly.
day, you know, like you get.
You don't bring
like,
shame on
Okay,
your...
you're
So I don't,
You're not forgiven for your life, but
You can be forgiven, but things still happened.
Yeah,
You're forgiven, but these things still happen, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's not-
Yeah.
Sure, you're forgiven. Who gives a shit?
so well. Obviously, then Lalit could finish what happened because you went outside, you found Lalit somewhere.
No, she came in. I took her home.
Wait, I want to.
She wanted to
Jason
go.
made it.
Wait. I want to find out how you took her home.
I was having a great time talking to Machete and Roy. We're laughing, we're exchanging stories, and then Jason comes in. Why aren't you spending time with me? I was like, Jason, yes, you did. And
Did
I was
I?
like, dude, I'm having a great time. I'm getting to know my friends. And then he goes, come here. And you pulled me to the other side of the bar.
I'm getting such
and
douche,
everyone
douche
thought,
chills right now.
Everyone thought we were messing around, right,
She's doing
Machete?
cartwheels.
And then I started doing cartwheels.
She was doing cartwheels in the bar.
Were you wearing a dress?
you wouldn't
Can we see
rape
you,
me.
pussy?
Wait, Lalit,
gave everyone a sneak
Let's cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Outside,
And then-
Jim told me he saw you getting dragged into an alley.
Oh no, we were just
Yeah.
running down the
On his
street
back,
being
yeah, he
goofy.
put me on his back.
She was running, you were chasing. That's not called
Yeah.
running, being goofy.
No, then
I was running home.
Then she tackled
Jay-
me.
I was fucking...
Oh,
We were screwing around. She's like, she ran down the street and punched me.
that's called fighting off a rape.
That's called.
all I did was
yeah.
fuck her, and she didn't want to get fucked. What's the big deal?
No,
Jesus Christ.
Like, we were just being silly. Like
She
I
was
don't
just
know what you're
laying
talking
there, and
about.
my cock was going in and out of her while
Why
she
does it always
cried,
have to be
and
like
blood
this,
was
like,
gushing down her
he's
face.
a rapist.
Because
We're
the
screwing
intent is there.
around.
Your
We
Honor.
were screwing around.
You're on it. Fucking A.
I couldn't spit on my cock, so I cut her pussy with a knife.
Oh, Jesus.
Big deal. God, I made a hole in her leg.
Oh, my God.
I had to.
You're not right.
I had to use a machete because the brush was so thick.
That's right, exactly. She broke my daddy's weed whacker, so I punched her in the face till I fucked her a hole in her neck.
Okay,
Terrible.
so you punched him, Lily.
Yeah.
Why did you punch him?
'Cause
She
he's running
actually
after me.
asked. She
No, yeah. I
She
wanted
asked
to.
permission.
God, that was Jason. Jason has shot Lily. Like, get the story right, you cunt.
Just like
I like you guys. She asked for permission. That's what happens in rape. Do you mind if I punch you in the face, rapist?
Exactly.
Hear me out. You don't want to fuck me. How about if I
I was
punch you
trying to set
until
boundaries,
you want me
like,
to fuck you?
Jason, if you go any further, I'm going to fuck you up. And I kind of did.
Well, you should discuss boundaries
Is that-
before you're
oh,
raped.
yeah.
I did.
So was this like rape play?
It could have been foreplay
Ooh.
If you were
if I
there was
choked
another
her.
person involved.
Yeah, if Jason was anybody you'd ever fuck in a
All
million
right, let's
years.
move on.
No. So then, where did you go to? Did you?
We went back to my house.
And then where did it end? Where did Jason go?
She went to bed. I went home.
He tucked me in. He literally tucked me in.
So you should-
I
I
was
told you the
laughing.
fucking truth when I told you the first fucking
but it was great
time.
because I was
I don't
having,
know why you're like,
having a really
"Ooh."
good time and I was
think-
laughing and then
If I may, Lily, I don't
Yeah.
think it's fair for you to even associate with Jason because
Why?
I think you just your presence like leads him on in some weird perverse
Yeah,
way. right?
yeah.
Like you
She
should let him in
knows
your
that. I've
apartment. and
explained it a
tuck-
million
you
times.
shouldn't like Jason. You should go and tuck her in and stuff like that. Like no disrespect to you, but fuck her. Like if she's not
I
gonna give you the
didn't
pussy,
want him to.
Yeah, but you don't want someone to come to your house. You say, hey, listen,
It was
Jason,
a forced
you're
tucking.
drunk. This too. I know you're very attracted to me. You're 39 years old. Your life is in shambles. I don't want you in my house with your thick nicotine-stained, greasy fingers pulling out my duvet cover. Okay, that's what I don't want happening, and nobody would ever want that happening. Not even your own mother. I'm sorry.
You can't tuck
My
your
mom
mother.
did get
You can't
creepy
tuck your
vibes
mother
from
in though, because you'll suffocate the midget.
Is your mother a little prison?
Wow.
Did she book Jim?
Wait.
My son's best friend is a comedian. We should have him on the show, everybody.
Jim is performing right now to Jason's mom.
All right.
Wait a second.
You little cunt.
Take it easy.
Jim said he was at the Little People of America convention. What he really meant was he was going to fuck Jason's mom.
And it's a convention because it's a gangbang.
Jim's 43rd in line.
Yeah, exactly. Right. What do you to see her in the mountain of jizz? like the blob, like little leathery like hands with like nails that painted. Who cares if your nails are painted? Because the little painted hands. I'm not your mother, but this is somebody else.
Yeah.
I lost you.
It's
You
all right.
sure did.
Well, the image was like a
About
little midget
14
woman
years
gang
ago.
raped in like a big puddle of regular people jizz. Or average size? Are we average size? That's what they call us. Average size.
No, they call us normal.
Oh,
Right.
No, we're tall people.
They call us loved by God. Hey, I want to just 2 seconds.
No, you're not plugging
I'm
some
not
guy that emails you.
No, these guys are nice people.
No.
No, one
he
guy.
emails me constantly with guys that'll write shit to him from that listen to the show, and it'll always be the guys that
On
I've
Twitter?
like. Yeah, it'll always be the guys I've banned from like
I know who you're
writing
talking
on the
about.
pages and stuff because they're just fucking assholes.
They find
I like
Brian.
that.
Yeah, they do. They go to Brian and they're like,
like
"Man,
that.
you're the only reason to listen to the show. The show sucks except for you. You're our god." And it's like, go get a life. Do something other than
They're
fucking-
involved as long as people are listening. That's all.
No,
Yeah.
we
They
our
keep
listeners
coming
are
back.
great. There's a lot of people that are great, but there's like a few assholes that are just fucking so fucking.
Well,
annoying.
that's just
and there's guys that are
the seasoning of life.
No, there's fucking hilarious
I
guys
love
that
those
are
assholes.
no, the supportive
They're
guys.
still I'm still friends with those guys.
Even the horrible things
They say
about-
horrible things to me, and it's just like home. So it doesn't really bother me.
Like when Dad didn't
I
come to softball.
Like when I see the cruelest thing in the world being written to me, I'd laugh.
you just like
he
the-
took the time. Some stranger in another land took the time
in another
Narnia.
to spend that kind of energy of hate. They're spending energy. It's just
Well, I also think
It's
it validates your
fuel for him.
existence.
it's how you take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it validates your existence.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what it is. I mean, a slap is still a hand touching you.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
very
that's-
good point.
Thank you. But no, it is funny because what happens is because when I host my own podcast for the National Lampoon, and I had Jim on as a guest, and the problem is like a lot of Jim's fans, like he'll say like he'll do a show in Vegas, he did a show in Vegas, and like they want to be like they think he's cool, they want to be cool like him, so they'll be around a craps table and they'll be like, roll the dice, you cunt dealer, you're a cunt dealer, like so people try to get in on it and they just don't do it the right way. Like I always say nigger, but I say it in a friendly way, you know what I mean? Because I had a black friend, but he died in a fire.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding.
Started by a cross.
Yeah, exactly right. We honked the horn as we were driving away. We were like, "Get out, get out!" Because I felt badly about it because the whole family. I don't want to get into the 70s were rough.
Podcast, man.
Yeah.
70s were rough.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Come on, let me say this guy's name. I love it. Give him a little thing here.
Chris?
We had our
No,
first black guy on the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
How'd it go?
and he shot someone and had been shot.
Was the show late?
Yeah.
Did the show not tip?
Oh.
Local PC shop.
You know what? I can't believe you guys just went, "Oh, I hate that at my shows when I'll say the most offensive things in the world, and then I'll say something not offensive, and somebody will go, And I'm like, that
Political
That-
will. It's just
Yeah.
it's
We
just,
just-
it's just our climate,
Is it our climate?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, you're the one that brought up the whole Marxist.
What?
No, somebody sent that to me.
Yeah, but I mean that's that
Marxist.
thing. Yeah.
It's really funny because I actually, in a tweet, I tweeted Brian P. McCarthy. Thank you very much. I tweeted and I used faggy. I tweeted faggy.
Don't tell me somebody jumped.
Oh
all
yeah,
over
somebody
you.
jumped on me for faggy. The guy goes, faggy, seriously, unfollow, which was ironically the faggiest way you could have unfollowed me on Twitter. Like, he was like, faggy, seriously, question mark, unfollow.
Seriously, question mark, cock in my mouth,
Yeah,
unfollow.
Like, seriously, what a gay way to unfollow somebody on Twitter.
That guy's so gay he doesn't even suck cock.
But I kind of, yeah, exactly, right. Right. Right.
He probably just hand jobs with like his pinky.
Can't even drive by a sushi restaurant. He pulls over and weeps. But I also, because I do as most of us do. We have a desperate need to be liked, and I felt badly because I don't want this guy thinking faggy. I felt badly because I feel like I insulted him, or I didn't. I guess you can't say faggy. I guess.
No, I used to have that desperate need to be like. Now it's a desperate need to be hated.
Yeah. No, you're on the other side. You have done. You're like Anakin. You're like Anakin Skywalker, like 5 years into being Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like you're still kind of decent sometimes, but like the die has been cast.
Yeah.
By a cunt dealer.
And her name was.
Yeah, right. Faggot.
We've already done the faggot episode. We need something new. I wish there was a new offensive word that like the N word, the F word,
Make up a word. Create one.
Oh yeah, because that'll offend everyone.
But we bleep
How about
it so they never
Jason?
know what the word is.
You know, offends me. Republicans. Way to get political,
Will
Brian.
you please just say? Just say it.
I saw him getting his face. I saw a picture of him getting his face painted for his daughter's Series 6 birthday. Like he was getting his face painted like a lion at a party, and he was shirtless. It was the weirdest thing.
What?
Yeah. Well, his daughter, he's down in South Beach filming a movie I'll never watch or whatever. Who gives a fuck? But he was filming it down there, and his daughter had a big party, and so they had a face painter. But they couldn't just have some shithead face painter like, "Oh, you're a bear." This guy was like a movie perfect face painter, so he had this like really feminine leopard thing on his face. I don't know. You know who wrote a really great autobiography? Is Rob Lowe, and he writes a lot about. Rob Lowe's been fucked. By the way, Rob Lowe fucked everybody. Rob Lowe fucked everybody.
Did he really?
Yeah. He was like a huge pussy hound.
Well, I think he got sick of it. You know, he had so much pussy that he started doing the creepy, crazy shit.
Yeah, when he
That's
videotaped
got in
the
trouble.
17-year-old
Yeah.
girls. And
I mean, I think she tricked
have you
him.
ever videotaped yourself fucking? I've seen pictures of your cock.
We've
before.
already talked about this on an
so-
episode.
I'm sorry,
There's fucking mountains of tape upstairs that I'm trying to hide.
Do you ever think about digitizing that and selling it?
Yeah.
Do you have releases?
Yeah. No, the thing is, I couldn't. Like, I used to do a bit about that on stage about like these celebrities, you know, their sex tape gets out and it goes viral. I couldn't, like, if I put mine out and emailed it to people and
Right.
put it
Couldn't
on my,
people look at it.
no one would watch
Well,
it.
yours is viral because it has all those STDs.
Yeah. Well,
Ooh.
Do you have any STDs?
just AIDS.
No, you don't have AIDS. You hate
Apparently, our fans think I do.
that. Have you guys ever got Lily? You ever had an STD? Anything?
No.
No. Jason? No, you have to
I'm
have
not
sex.
Jason, you have to fuck to get an
Yeah,
STD.
exactly. Jason's tried to. He's like, well, I'm in Senegal. Better do some bareback fucking whores. They have a lot of.
You
whores.
told me you had a horror story.
Yes, I do have a horror story. I mean, where to stop with my horror stories, but yeah,
It's a new one?
No. It's like 12 years old. No, it's funny. When I was back in the summer of '99 was my last time that I went to not a whorehouse, but like one of those massage parlors, you know. And I was with this guy. I didn't know the guy very well, and we were out drinking. And it was like a friend of the guy, and they were attorneys together, or law school, Baruch. Like it matters, but it was like 4 a.m. We were all fucked up. We were doing ecstasy, coke, whatever. And he turns to me and he's like, "Let's get fucking. Let's go get some whores." And I was like, "Well, why don't we just?" I thought of another great horror story, but another time. But so I said, "Well, why don't we just go to a massage parlor, a Korean massage parlor, whatever?" And they used to have them in the. You ever go to one of these places?
No,
Ever?
I've gone. I've never gotten. I've got a million horror stories too, but I don't partake in horrors. A weird story.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But Jason, have you ever gotten a massage?
Like a rub and tug?
Yeah.
No.
Why not? I don't know. We should go today.
Lily, is that cheating?
In my book, it would be.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so too.
What if I
Yeah.
just take a finger in my ass?
That's just gay.
What if I'm beating myself off while I'm getting massages? I mean, I'm talking about ruining.
What if I'm rubbing myself up and down on the table profusely till I come all over the table?
like a cat?
You need to get laid more.
Yeah. But your belly's and all that jizz.
What if I beat off before I get there and just put the cum all over my back so she gets it on her hands?
All right, so I go. So we pick up the Village Voice and we find a place. It's like in the third. All these places are in the 30s between 5th and 7th Avenue. There's
Ashton Kutcher would be completely against that.
because the child.
Yeah, because he's against that.
He's coming out against child pornography. Wow, what a bold statement.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, we're all for
I
it.
know, right? Like, wow, Ashley, way to pick up an unpopular topic.
You're such a man.
Yeah, what's next? Recycling. So I go to this place with the guy. I don't know. I mean, at the time I didn't have any money. Not like Jason, no money, but like I had no money and a little dignity. And he goes to me. He goes, look, I'll pay for it. Doesn't matter. He's a wealthy family. He goes, I'll pay for it. So I find this place, and this is not before the internet. I didn't have a smartphone or anything. We call the place and we get the address, and you go up and it's an elevator and it opens up, and there's always like they have like this weird like Korean like pop music. It's like yeah, and you go in and there's like a bunch of girls sitting around, and I'm fucked up on drugs, and it's like 4:30 in the morning. It's just me and my friend, and the girl comes over and you pick your girl and you go, hi honey. So I picked the one that looked like she'd not been in the bottom of a container ship recently, and took her, and we went to a little room, and he went to the room next to mine. And she got completely naked and was giving me a massage, and then flipped me over and blew me with a rubber on. And I came, and then she gave me
rubber on. You came.
Yeah. I watched a lot of ball work. I remember a lot of testicle manipulation with combined, and it was a scratchy blowjob. Like I could tell that. She didn't have a whole lot of liquid in her mouth because she was a smoker. She went out there smoking a cigarette.
It was like a cat's tongue.
Yeah, it really was like a cat's tongue. It really was. Yeah, it was like a runaway piece of Asian sandpaper, sandpapery jism, yellow stained.
So what you're saying? It was like Lalit's vagina.
Yeah, it was just like but not as
That's
hairy.
why he came so hard.
Yeah, exactly. I would fucking cream pie you.
Yeah.
And I'd make you push it out and then eat it off your hand, like lick it, like little licks, little baby kitty licks.
Slopping it up.
Yeah, kitty lick daddy's.
Why would you do that when Jason would be in the corner watching and ready and able to eat it?
I'd make him gnaw on that fucking thing in his arm, that giant apple full of loneliness, the lonely blood apple. So
Lily, will you fuck that mound on Jason's arm?
God no.
Oh, you could ride it like the Sibian. Really? Can you make that thing twitch?
Yeah, he's making it.
Oh yeah.
No.
Imagine it popped. It'd be like having a reverse period.
He's a squirter.
Yeah. He's a squirter. So I'm in my little room, right? She's blowing me. I come, and I come, and at one point I was eating her pussy, and that was
That's always.
She was really
That's
cute.
on the menu.
She was really cute.
You've done this like so many times.
She was really cute. I get all caught in the moment. I don't know. I go, look, I'm gonna be dead before I know it. I better
a
eat
Geiger
this.
counter goes off when you.
I better eat this Asian Oriental's cunt. Oh, me Reiki. I wanted to see if it went sideways. It didn't, because they're normal. They're normal like us. So anyway, I turned around. I blow my load, and she goes, "Okay, honey, $160." And I go, "Okay, well, my friend's gonna pay." She goes, "He left a half an hour ago." So here I am
washing the dishes
alone at 6 a.m. on like a Tuesday in a brothel, and I didn't have any money. I had a Metro card.
Wait, but like in a restaurant, if you can't pay the bill, they make you wash the dishes. Do they at a whorehouse? Are they like, all right, you're gonna rinse out the condoms and roll them back up?
No, I'd eat everybody's pussy. They lined up like in Quest for Fire. So no, and I sit there and I got so nervous, and I said, "Oh my god, I don't have any money." And then she leaves the room, and I hear like her talk to like the madam or whatever, and she's like, and they go, and it really sounded like a martial arts
you
movie.
Basically just shoplifted vagina.
Shoplifted a scratchy throat, cigar stained blowjob.
Yeah.
So I'm there, I'm sitting there, and I've got my clothes, and I'm starting to put my clothes on. She goes back, and I go, "Look, I'm so sorry. He said he was going to pay for it. I don't know what to tell you." So she goes, "Here, you want a beer?" She offered me a beer, and I was like, "Sure, I'll have a beer." She gives me one of those like half a beer, like Budweiser, like the little half Budweisers. She gives me a half a Budweiser, and she goes, "You kind of tells me to sit there." Then I go out, and they bring me my clothes because she'd taken my clothes. She left the room with my clothes. She comes back, the bouncer's back, big Puerto Rican guy. Okay, nice, thank you, Boricua. And so this guy comes back in the room, this big bouncer dude, and looks at me and goes, "Yo, man, what happened?" And I said, "Look, I'm with that guy. He's a friend of a friend. I recommended this place because I've been here before. Like, has a GAT rating of 28." I'm like,
I totally recommend it to all my friends.
I mean, for my late night lonely cocaine needs, try Aunt Ling's. Right? They give you a yogurt card.
I should have frequent flyer miles.
Exactly, right. 2 more hole punches, I get chlamydia. Right. And so I basically say to the guy, I'm like, he goes, "Yo, man," he goes, "I think you planned this." And I said, "Why would I plan coming in?" I said, "You're probably going to kick my ass right now. It's a terrible plan." I said, "I'm much more intelligent than that." So I said, "Look," I said, "give me a phone." I know a cell phone. I said, give me a phone. I'm going to call the friend of the guy. I'm going to call the guy. Okay. So he gives me the phone and I call my friend and it goes right to voicemail. And I'm like, dude, it's a machine. I go, look, I'm going to be fucking dead. This is a giant Puerto Rican guy standing on top of me. I need you to come bring me $160. I need you to do it. Your friend fucked me over. Do it. Blue. Beep, doesn't. I call him back. I called him literally 15 times. He finally picked the phone. He goes, what? I said, get your fucking shoes on, get $160 and come to this address. He's like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm going to call the other guy, have the other guy bring it. I'm like, no, you bring it. So finally he goes, well, I get there. I'm going to fucking give them a piece of my mind. And he's like a little Jewish.
Yeah, 'cause that always works.
He's like a little Jewish guy, you know. So it's so funny. So I'm alone in my room. I had 3 of those little half of Budweisers, pony Budweisers or whatever. I'm sitting in my little room. They wouldn't give me my shoes. I had all my clothes except my shoes. They were like hiding my shoes behind the counter. So my friend shows up and comes to the door and he sees the big Puerto Rican guy and just pays him. And I leave. And then they were like, the girl was like, come back another time. I was like, I'm never like, so.
Did you ever get your shoes?
Yeah, they gave me the shoes. It was like the Indiana Jones when he swaps a bag of sand for the idol's head, you know, like I got my shoes with $160.
Because I went to all the whorehouses out in Reno, like where the famous, the Bunny Ranch.
Oh,
and all
yeah.
I went out there one time. We were skiing in Tahoe and we went down there. We won some money gambling and my friend goes, come on, I know this place.
So expensive, those places.
And you go and it's like it's a weird fucking, you drive through the desert and all of a sudden you just drive down this like random road and there's whorehouses everywhere. And they're not whorehouses, they're whore trailers. And they're double wides. And they just, and you have to buzz in, like you got to buzz in there. You have a camera and you hit the button and you get buzzed in. It's like, they never say no. So why do you have to buzz in? Like you could be like, these are whorehouses. It's not like they look at you and go, he's not good looking.
It's UPS, it's FedEx.
Yeah.
Well, they're getting packages.
So you come in, they have a bar. Yeah. You order a drink, and then they bring out the lineup of girls. Sure. And they bring the lineup out. And you get to choose your girl. Right. So we find out that you get a beer at each place, and they give you a beer. So we're like, well, let's just keep drinking. So we go to like 8 of these places.
Just have the beer.
We do the lineup. And then you get the tour where they walk you around and give you the tour of the place. And they have like the water bedroom and this room and this room and they have the jacuzzi. You want to get in the jacuzzi? Yeah, I want cum all over me.
You know what? To be fair, those places are probably fairly strictly. Do they have letter grades like A, B? I wonder if they might have sanitation. There must be guys coming in there.
No, but the one
whores get tested.
The one place there was a wall of toys that you could buy, and one of the toys was an eye patch, and I was like, you know what that's like? I want to fuck like a pirate.
No, yeah. It's my Hathaway man fantasy. Put that on in a pressed shirt. Make me an omelet.
But Jason, have you ever been to a whorehouse?
No.
Never.
Well, you know,
would you like to go tonight?
No.
All around. You know what they have all around LA.
In that.
You know who taught me this?
Why are you acting like that, PK?
I would pay for you to get a whore.
No, I don't.
Listen, I want to explain to you why we want you to get a whore. We've all talked about it.
By the way, you are right now. You're the universe for him right now. You're doing that thing right now.
With my
I'm saying like you want to give him something that he can't afford or even want. But as you have the onus to accept this.
No, and I am thinking about the universe because we think that you have some sexual tension that needs to be released.
How often do you beat off?
A lot.
Like a lot is like 3 or 4 times a day?
No.
He does like
twice
5
a day?
times.
Yeah,
Brian McCarthy does it like 5 times a day.
Yeah,
Once
2 or 3
or
times.
twice.
Oh, and Lily, what do you masturbate with?
The Lilo, right?
Do you do it 2 to 3 times?
Lilo.
Yeah.
A horse's head.
You have issues.
I do.
You never get laid, do you?
Not recently. I'm staying away from people right now.
Stay away from people.
She's a clinical therapist, and she's more fucked up than any
They
of
all
us.
are. The people those therapists are the most fucked up. That's why I'll never go into therapy.
Yeah. They scare me. I'm afraid.
Right.
No, you terrify me.
So tell me about your father. Oh, really? You're a cutter.
I'm just as horny as you, Brian. Does that make me?
Yes, and he's a
mutant?
fucking maniac.
No, it's not even. What do you beat off to, Jason? What do you beat off to? Like porn, internet porn?
Yeah.
What's your site? What do you like?
We're not getting anything for this. I mean,
Okay,
you want
then-
me to plug the site?
Yeah, plug the
I like
site.
UJizz.
You
YOUJIZZ?
Yeah, it's
But if you could
Yeah.
if I went and got your computer right now and looked at the cash, what would your fetish be?
What do you beat off on? A Commodore 64?
What would it
What do
be,
you
Jason? Because
search?
we will go get your computer.
I look at threesomes. 2
Like,
girls, 1 guy.
2
And are those girls named Meredith and Lily?
That video's not out yet.
But the reason we want to take you to a whorehouse, we think you need to have some of your sex. Masturbation
Hold on,
won't
guys,
do it.
Give me 1 second. As opposed to a whorehouse, Evan Seinfeld, okay, he was a biohazard. He was married to Tara Patrick. I asked him because he's like the horniest guy I've ever met in my whole life, and he told me that all over LA, like you drive by them, they'll say massage parlor, and it'll say, if it says acupressure, they give you hand jobs, and it's $60, and then you usually tip 20 or $40. Now that's not a whorehouse. You get a massage.
Full service latte.
Not a full service latte. It's a
No,
massage.
Jason, it's
and
not
then
a latte.
and they flip you over, and they give you a nice table shower. They'll wash your cock and balls. I bet you're very sweaty and dirty down there. It's like your cock and balls washed by an
frothy down there.
Asian woman.
No.
Probably a fucking shit truckle
Jason,
briquettes.
if Jim and I do it before you, will you do it?
No.
If
I'm not interested in this.
if Lalit stands over and watches and
they wouldn't let that happen.
spits on her hand.
They wouldn't let that happen.
But if she would, if Lalit, put your phone down. We're doing a show.
I know. I'm just.
Jason with a smart,
Jason, put your phone down. What is you have hair color shit coming in?
Jason with a smartphone. How like
Who bought that?
Where'd you get the phone?
it's like an ostrich with a fax machine. Isn't it funny? Jason picks up his phone. I have to look at my phone. Like, what
You
the
know
fuck?
what's funny? I have a 2-year-old nephew that's better with his phone than Jason is.
I
with it.
can't do shit.
All right, Jason.
All right, leave me alone.
No, we're not
prepaid
done with
smartphone.
you.
Look.
listen
what?
to me.
No.
If Lalit's
No.
She's not going to do it. Okay.
If Lalit spits on the Asian woman's hand and
I'm
jerks
not out
you
of the
off,
woods.
They're not going to
Still
go for that
mentally,
there.
you
These
know,
are
like-
professional places.
Like I need to heal a little, Eddie. Okay, just let me be.
heal from
Hey,
what?
he's trying to expedite the healing by having you fuck whores. That's right.
Or just
Will
start
it,
with-
Lalit, as the therapist, would it
For
expedite?
Jason, no. For any other guy, yeah.
Start with a gateway hand job. Gateway hand job, man, by a trained massage therapist. I love too when I used to go to these places and you'd go in, they'd have like a skeleton hanging in the corner, like to make it look like it's medically, you know, like a skeleton missing an arm or something, you know, like some yellow chart of the spine, you know. How often do you beat off?
Not that much. I've got a
He has a
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Oh shit! Delete that. Uh oh. Don't delete. But you don't
having
beat.
sex.
You don't beat off that often. Lily, what do you think about when you beat off?
Usually experiences with men that I've had that are really arousing. Visually, it's easier to go to.
What if a guy's had his back sugared?
That might work.
All right.
Wait,
Brian?
what about what about a hepatitic hepatitic liver?
What is the most? Can you tell me the most erotic sexual experience you've ever had? Like when you want to rub on it really quickly, like get that fucking.
You
first-
She had a guy beat her with a stick till she came.
Wait.
Yeah.
That was like 2 episodes ago.
And his name
Like,
was
yeah.
Jason Hour. And she didn't come. That was called blood.
Exactly right.
Where did you come to, Cotton Eye Joe?
I came and I cried.
Can you sing that song for us?
No, it's vague.
Come on.
It's so far away.
Come
in
on,
my
sing
memory.
it. Sing it.
Where did you come from? Where did you? I don't know.
You got it.
Who sings that song anyway?
I don't. It was
I
like
think Cotton Eye Joe.
it was like 1995 or something like that.
Yeah. You ever had anybody pee on you, Lily?
Nah.
No. Would you pee
Would
on
you like
somebody?
that?
Hell no, no.
What if you peed on somebody?
I pee on someone?
Well, they jerk off. Well, they have the big thick
Wouldn't
cock.
turn me on.
Yeah.
It
but
might
if
be
they-
funny.
They wanted you to
Do
do,
you know
it.
what's weird about this? You're talking like this. I went on the Playboy channel the other day to
Okay.
do Playboy Radio on Sirius, and I sat down, and one of the playmates was on with me. And if you talk about this stuff on there, it's just so like, so boring for
Right.
them because it's all they ever talk about. And it's just like, and then I said to them, I go, "Do the girls ever get naked during the show?" And they went, "Yeah." And I went, "Oh, that would really make it uncomfortable for like the guest." And they're like, "What? You'd be uncomfortable? You'd be uncomfortable?" And I go, "Yeah, I think I'd be really uncomfortable." And like the second I said it, the host and the playmate like ripped their clothes off.
Who's the host of the show?
I-
You're a sneaky bastard.
what's the host name? Andrea. And
That was your plan?
Yeah.
of course. And I looked at them and I go, "Are you
all
really
the
as
time.
dumb as I thought you were?"
It was like at the Brer Rabbit. You're like, don't go into the briar patch. Please don't throw me in the briar patch.
So quickly they got naked.
Please don't grab my cock and put it in your runaway pussy.
But on Playboy, they're not allowed to mention boyfriends. The girls aren't allowed to talk about
Right.
boyfriends or if their boobs are fake or real.
there's a really disturbing show on Sirius.
So let me just since we're not on Playboy, I want you to know that all playmates have boyfriends and fake tits.
Oh yeah, but there's a show in series called the Jerk Off Show, and it literally is a woman. She's a porn star or something, and guys call up and they jerk off. Like she'll have phone sex. You can listen to people having phone sex. It's so gross because they're always like, "I'm Tommy, I'm a trucker." She's like, "Oh, Tommy, that's so hot. Is your cock out?" And he's like, "Yeah, my cock is out, and I'm beating it, and I'm parked on the side of the road." And she's like, "If I was there, I'd eat your cock." He's like, you hear like trucker. They should just call it the trucker coming show.
I'm Jason. I'm unemployed. I've got a lot of debt. I don't want to talk about my debt though. I just want to talk about my pussy arm.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, is your mom a midget?
I want you to fuck me like Jim's fucking my midget mom right now.
How old is your mom?
a year older after Jim gets through with her.
Yeah, no kidding. Like she's over 50. She's had the change. She's going to menopause.
61 or
Ah, so he doesn't wear rubber.
What happens when a
No
midget gets
rubber.
menopause?
Barebacking Jim's barebacking
Jim's
Jason's
barebacking
mom.
your mom right
I think
now.
you're pregnant. It'd be good. You guys would be even closer. You'd have brothers. You have a little brother. My brother's a famous comedian.
Can you imagine if you had a half brother from Jim Jeffries?
Or he's your stepdad.
Ew.
Did you do your homework? Did you do your homework? Take out the trash. And by that, I don't mean your mother.
You do the worst on
I
that.
know.
Hi, everybody. This is Talking Shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie If. This is Jason Hour.
How do you not kill yourself?
I think we're all feeling a little lost right now.
You were meant for much bigger things than this. I feel
know,
badly for
I
you.
know. I had talent.
It kind of breaks my heart.
I had talent.
There was a fork in the road and you didn't know it. You went left.
I know. I went to a meeting today with a producer to do this show, and I went to the place where I was supposed to go, and I went to the wrong place. And I thought he didn't show up. And I'm in the parking lot. Like, I went in the building. He wasn't there. I called, text. I'm sitting in the car, and I went, I'm going to wait 5 more minutes, and then I'm quitting the business. I'm literally driving home, and I'm going to, like, go sell insurance.
Here's a secret. Here's a serious thing. Because you'll never stop doing this, even if you end up like, don't even. But my thing is is there anything else you think you could do in this world other than do stand-up comedy?
Oh, I want to get out of stand-up.
What do you want to
right
do?
now? I want to produce. I want to like write, produce.
Okay.
And I'm so sick of traveling.
Oh, it's the worst.
If I could just do stand-up in L.A.
Or do like 5 dates a year.
or no, not even. Just do it in L.A. or New York and live there.
Right.
I'd be fine. I just don't like
East
going
St. Louis.
to. I don't want to go anywhere I don't have to go.
Sure.
And like even I went to Big Bear for the weekend this weekend, and I was like, I have to go up there.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's the thing. Plus, you have to stay in the comedy condo sometimes.
No, I don't stay in condos, but
You know what I heard? I heard Louis C.K. doing the Garden.
is he really?
Yep, fucking Garden.
Wow.
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 It's big.
But I mean, I got to be honest. Like I've played some big places, and like I'm nowhere near the success of Louis C.K. or any of those
No.
guys. But
No, you haven't.
but like have had those bits of success where you feel it, and it's like you're over it really quickly. It's like
It's like crack.
Yeah.
It's just you get high for a second, and then it's as high as you are, then you go back down. No, I completely.
yeah.
hear
Leno
you.
said it years ago. He goes, "There's high highs and low lows, and the longer you do it, the more lows and the less highs." And it's just
nice.
yeah. So I'd rather go fucking. I don't know. I'd rather work in a.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to produce something or even script.
Physical labor is good. You know,
Yeah.
if you're for your brain.
You could be a
tamping those
trainer.
espresso pods.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
rather-
you could be a
good
trainer. You could be a
workout
dietitian. You
trainer.
Could I be a pro surfer?
No,
Why not?
because you're too old.
Okay.
I like the people like I know this girl like the niche comedy people like she does rehab like she was a drug addict so she does rehab comedy. She makes a
Is
couple.
this an intervention for me right now?
If you started training now, do they have like a seniors division, like a classics,
They do.
like in surfing?
He's the new Jack LaLanne.
You could train now for when you're 50.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
right.
Because like the guys that are pro,
I? What about the masters in CrossFit?
you could probably do that.
Yeah, 45 is that where that starts?
You could probably compete if you trained hard for the next 2 years. You could probably compete in CrossFit.
Well,
What do you make money? How do you
You're
make
not
money
that
doing
far
that?
off. You're
CrossFit Games this year, the winner gets 250 grand.
What is CrossFit?
CrossFit's that
Eddie's
workout shit
religion.
that I do.
Oh, what do you
Eddie's
do?
cult.
You jumping around and stuff, and you would lift
It's
weights?
just fucking crazy. The fittest people in the world.
Really?
Really?
Are you the happiest guy in the world?
Those
Not
people
at
are
all.
Does it make you
psycho.
happy?
Oh,
They
miserable.
read books like
They-
The Paleo Solution, A New Reich.
It's good. I'm glad you guys are all enjoying this because I'm going to edit it all out. Let's end the
This
show.
is interesting stuff. I like
No,
it.
it's not.
It is.
No,
It's
but
behind
the best
scenes
part.
a
The
little
best
bit.
part about this show, nobody listens at the end. People
Yeah,
listen for about 30
they
minutes
crap
and then
out
they
at,
shut it
like-
off. So, on that note, I just wanted to plug a couple things. What do you got a podcast now?
I host the National Lampoon Radio Show. You can just go on iTunes, look for National Lampoon Radio Show or nationallampoon.com. It's actually National Lampoon interview show, sorry. And it's an irreverent an hour where we interview people, and it's a lot of fun. And then my Twitter is Brian P. McCarthy or Facebook Brian McCarthy Comedy. Thank you.
And I've got some shows coming up. You can check me out. I'll be at the Ice House in Pasadena.
Yeah.
The Ice House in Pasadena in August. And I'll also, I'm going to New York. I'm going to be at the Stress Factory in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's good
Look for
club.
that. Atlanta. People were asking me about Atlanta. I am coming to Atlanta. I'm doing the the Laughing Skull, which is my favorite one of my favorite comedy clubs in the country.
Quick question: what makes it a favorite comedy club for you? Seriously.
To the truth,
Yeah.
good audiences. Like obviously, best pay is going to be like, "Ugh, I got paid a lot," but you don't give as a comic like money's good,
Sure.
and that's always your primary motive.
Sure.
But take away the money, it's a club where the audience is like a smart audience that gets jokes and
Gotcha.
they're not dumb hicks or stupid fucking.
Get her done.
Yeah. So the Laughing Skull's really good in Atlanta. I'll be there. Jim, does Jim have anything going on that we got to talk about? He has Boston.
Nokia in November,
Boston, Nokia in
Boston.
November. Go to our Facebook page.
November.
If you go to our website, which is jimandeddietalkshit.com, on that webpage, you can buy our T-shirts. You can donate, which is very
Money.
important. Donate. You can
Money.
also find our Facebook page. And there's photos on there. Lalit takes a lot of photos. She took a ton today.
Yeah.
You didn't
take
take
one.
any photos.
You didn't take one picture.
Not one photo, Lalit.
Just
She
sat
doesn't
there.
do
The show's
shit.
not over.
Hey, you
She
know what's
doesn't do
weird,
shit.
Eddie? I've noticed sometimes.
What?
If I eat a pot brownie, other people get like act like they're stoned around me. It's weird.
I do.
Yeah. Thanks for
Your
interrupting.
energy, yeah, sucks the life out.
What else? I want to thank, and I should have thanked earlier, Fine Southern Gentlemen. And their website is finesoutherngentlemen.com. They're the guys that donated our T-shirts that we give out to all our donors and that we sell. If you want to buy a T-shirt, buy a T-shirt.
I like you doing the thank yous after saying that no one listens to the show. You're like, nobody listens to this
That's why I
bull-
feel bad that I didn't do it beforehand.
Okay, good idea. Sorry.
Again, go to Stitcher, download from our website, or get the app on your smartphone. Use the promotional code Jim and Eddie. I want to thank everyone tonight. Machete, Luke, wherever you are, you albino fuck, thank you for all your help. He is amazing.
He's awesome.
Jesse is in fucking Thailand right now, probably with a finger in his ass. Lalit, thank you for being here in your lesbian ways. PK, thank you for sitting there and staring at us. The intern didn't show up. That was my fault. I didn't tell him we were doing the show. Jim, thank you for sending us your energy and fucking Jason's mom. And if you want to email us, do it at jimandeddie@yahoo.com. That's jimandeddie@yahoo.com.
And my Twitter's Jason Hour, JASONAUER.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And I heard you had Luke buy thehourofpower.com.
Wow, he's a leaky one, huh?
Well, let's just say for not a lot of money, Luke sold it to me.
By the way, if
You
he
know what
was,
he said? He said, Jason, you don't have to worry about it. I'm not like them.
by the way, here's the thing: if he
That's what he
was
said.
if he was a leaky one, he sat on this couch because it's moist.
All right. Well, thank you. Good night.
No, thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Brian, for having me. Let me co-host.
Oh,
the
I
show.
forgot. Yeah, you were,
thank you.
Very good job co-hosting.
Oh, thank you.
How did you
I
guys
appreciate
think he
that.
did? Let's talk about that. Let's analyze him.
Love Brian.
I love
Brian,
you too, Lily.
yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I missed Jim.
Brian,
You're not going to replace him.
No,
but,
no.
But
Can't afford to.
we always love having you here.
Yes, it's a pleasure to come down to 101.
Brian, I got a question for you.
Sure, anything. What?
If you were to, when you're preparing to fill in for Jim today, if you were to say, what animal do you draw from to prepare for this show?
Prior to
And why? What
prior to-
animal spirit?
What animal has the shortest lifespan? Because that I would like to be an animal. I know it's roadkill, technically an animal. You know, I mean,
Zygote?
a zygote. I don't know what that is. No, I don't know. Fine, I don't know what the hell you want me to say. A dog that roamed. By the way, are you leashing your dog yet, Eddie? I was telling my friend Adam about like how much anxiety I get.
She bit so many people up there.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Thank you, Eddie.
Go
Thank
fuck
you.
yourself.
Fuck up.
Talking shit.